Pisces, this is your card for the second week of March, and it's the King of Swords. It is actually fixed air, which would be the sign of Aquarius, right? And this sign comes before you, so it's a little bit hidden from you. The information, the knowledge, because a lot of your things are spiritual and felt deeply, and it's not coming from a place of logic. So the King of Swords really asks you to think maturely, and he really asks you to think logically about your situation, because it's gotten to the elevated stages here, and you have to see it for what it is. What is the truth? What are you willing to cut? What are you willing to change? What are you willing to even admit to yourself? And what might be, asking you to change something that you've been stubborn about changing in your mind. You've got to change the way that you look at something, because it's only when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay? And the King of Swords is 1/3 of Capricorn. And we've got to be practical here. And we've got to be truthful and practical. And really think for ourselves. And not think that we are going to get the answers, the knowledge, or the information from anyone other than ourselves. And it's going to be hard to retrieve that information, because it's coming from a Uranian place of higher mind, right? So you're stepping into a higher plane of thought process. So it's going to be unlike any other thing that you've thought about before or way. The ways that you've thought about this thing before are changing and have changed. So stop aligning with the old thought process that you apply to whatever this thing is, because it actually is different than what you had made it out to be before. And now you are seeing that. And now you know. The more you know, right? Because it really is Saturn and Uranus coming together in the energy of Aquarius. It's saying this information is practical. I'm going to apply this out of the box way of thinking for myself, which really isn't out of the box. It's just out of the box for me because I've never let myself think this way or admitted to thinking this way, right? But now that I'm willing to go ahead and change my mind about something and think a little bit more practically, and time is definitely time definitely has something to do about it, because it took some time for that foliage to grow around him. You've been thinking about something for a long time. I think that time has matured. And I think it's time that you admit to yourself that you know what you need to do out of responsibility to acknowledge that you yourself have evolved and your perspective has matured and you didn't have all the answers before. But now you have more. And that information is currency.